experts in sports entertainment.
Pro wrestling talk from the four corners of parts unknown. This is That Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to That Wrestling Podcast. The good bad guys of wrestling podcasts are back.
I actually have a correction. I'm a bad good guy. You may be a good bad guy. I'm a bad good guy.
Maybe we would all fit that category now that you mention it.
I'm a good bad guy. I'm a bad good guy. Brian, you're a good guy.
Maybe. Yes.
You are. You and Kevin
For the
are good
most
guys.
part.
And Joe just doesn't count. So, like,
I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm just
you're
the
Just
guy.
Joe.
You're
Yeah.
just Joe.
the
The
guy.
guy. Just Joe.
Acknowledge him.
Acknowledge me.
Myself and Joe were in our respective homes. Kevin should be showing up in a little bit. He took in some minor league baseball. And Jason has made the trip to Chicago for the festivities of AEW All Out Weekend. Jay, how's everything going so far?
Deep dish pizza is garbage.
Oh, no.
You're wrong.
No.
Absolute
No.
garbage. Now,
I
there's
went the
an
wrong
asterisk.
weekend because I was in Chicago last weekend and had Geno's East on Superior and Michigan. That's
Nobody
the place
cares,
to go.
Joe. This ain't about you. This is about me. This isn't Midwest Jason anymore.
You
I'm in
are
the Midwest.
trashing deep dish pizza, though. So I'm just like,
If you would shut up, I would tell you about the asterisk that I'm about to drop on deep dish pizza.
All right.
Delivery deep dish pizza is absolute trash. Absolute trash. Which is why I never do delivery, but I'm in a hotel. I don't have a car. Had to get delivery. I'm friend of the show, Mike Doherty and his son are coming to Chicago, and he wants to go to Giordano, so we're gonna go, and I will have a piece. I'm not ordering a whole pizza from no, but for the most part, deep dish pizza is trash.
That'll be the decider when you have that. If that'll
Yes.
change your opinion, yes or no. We'll
A
have to
fresh
see.
slice,
Yes,
at a table,
reputable
whatever.
place.
Right.
Yeah.
I went to like Mugsy's, I think is what the place was called, but I'll never eat there
yes.
again. So,
Crazy.
but no, Chicago itself is
Muggsy's
fine.
famous deep dish.
Yeah,
I think it might even have said famous deep dish on the menu, but anyway,
it
was
sure
not.
was.
No, I got to Chicago yesterday, Wednesday. I got to Chicago, but I didn't get here in time. I had tickets for Dynamite.
Yeah.
So, there were 3 seats that were unattended. So if they said it was a sellout, bullshit. I wasn't there.
Right.
But your ticket was still bought, so it
Exactly.
counts.
No, it doesn't count.
That's how
They weren't at
I
full
don't care.
capacity, but they were sold out.
And then, yesterday, Thursday, I didn't really do anything. I don't know if there's any wrestling stuff planned, but Doc and his son get here later today, Friday. We got Rampage tonight,
yep.
the Fan Fest tomorrow. I purchased the FTR meet and greet, so I'm pretty excited for that for Saturday.
Yep, we
And then
talked about that last
All
episode.
Out is Sunday, and we're gonna get into that. I'm not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm looking forward to hanging out in Chicago. And what's not it's Hoffman Estates.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not Chicago. It's not downtown. It's actually the location. The Now Arena is formerly the Sears Center, and that's where All In was, the first one, which, because of that, we have AEW today. So I'm looking forward to going to a new arena tomorrow and checking all that out. And, of course, buying the merch, which leads to our regular segment at this time. Brian, what is it?
Oh yes. Well done. What are you wearing?
What are you wearing? What are you wearing? What are you wearing today? What are you wearing? What are you wearing? What are you wearing today?
All right. So yeah, this is such a jam-packed weekend. I did my elementary school math, and I figured between 1 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday when Clash of the Castle begins, throw in NXT Worlds Collide, and then let's say midnight Monday morning when AEW All Out ends. It might not be midnight.
Well, it might be like 2 a.m.
Holy shit. We'll say for purposes of the exercise midnight. 12 hours of premium live wrestling in a span of 36 hours from that Saturday to Sunday night. So it's awesome. It's a great weekend. I'll start because I'm wearing my British Bulldog shirt because this is the 30-year anniversary of WWF coming back for a big. What's so funny?
At least this explanation of why you're wearing it makes a hell of a lot more sense than the British Prime Minister stepping down.
Oh, yeah.
The last time you wore the...
Good memory.
I'm always looking
like,
for a thread.
Why did he wear it last time?
Yeah, that's a good thought on that. Yeah, so it's all exciting. I know for the fans in the UK. I wanted to go back and watch that SummerSlam because along with, of course, Brett and Bulldog, Macho Man and Warrior, I think LOD, Money Inc. It looked like a fun show. I was seeing clips this week and just never got around to it. But yeah, there you go. Jay, how many shirts did you bring? First off, besides what you're wearing now, what do we have on deck?
I brought 5 wrestling shirts. I brought an FTR shirt. I brought the Eddie Kingston shirt where he's all bloody with the gas can from Anarchy in the Arena.
Yep.
I brought a Dark Order shirt. I brought a Hitman shirt. And my shirt that I'm wearing for the show is the War Dog. It's a Wardlow shirt. A lot of people are pretty pissed that he's in a 6-man this weekend. I'm not. I think it'll be a great match now that the Motor City Machine Guns are in. But I mean, 5 days. I'll be in Hoffman Estates for 5 days. So like I brought wrestling shirts and I also brought some non-wrestling shirts and yeah. So
you're good. You're prepared.
And who knows how many I'll go home with after the merch stands.
We'll see what set the over under. Yes. Yeah.
Go ahead, set an over under.
Yeah.
Well, no, I guess I shouldn't know, right? I guess
yeah. That'll be a next week game.
Brian right. And okay.
Go Don't tell us, what you're picking up this weekend, then we'll play that game.
Right.
All right. Joe, you got a classic.
Yeah, I got the classic purple because I'm still going with the non-black shirts. Purple Macho Man with the shades. Everyone should own this shirt.
Everybody
wrestling fan
does own it.
Or non-wrestling fan. Everyone should own this shirt.
Yeah.
Is that your wife's shirt too, like the Triple H football jersey?
No, this is mine, and that is not her. And it's a basketball jersey, and it's not hers. I bought it before I met her.
Sure. We've only seen her wear it.
Well, yeah, because that's her go-to. Even though she owns wrestling merchandise, she's like, I'm taking my Triple H jersey. It's like, it's not yours.
If you wanted her to have a new wrestling T-shirt, the Trip to Uranus shirt is up on whatamaneuver.net. I got mine. It's the picture of the 4 of us in front of the dinosaur with the tweet, "There is a dinosaur in Uranus."
Yes.
Pick it up. It's available in 5 different colors: hoodies, T-shirts, tank tops.
I guess I'll be wearing the red one next week.
I bought it. Like I said, that was for me. I just think it's hilarious. The joke's funny. The fact that I just, instead of putting the picture up, I put a screenshot of the tweet.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, it's just silly fun, but it is available for whatamaneuver.net and search That Wrestling Podcast and get your own dinosaur in Uranus shirt.
Says it all right there, man. So before we preview all the action this weekend, let's talk a little bit about kind of what happened earlier this week. Full admission, I'll rely on you guys for this first topic, as I shared on my social media. About 10 p.m. Monday, my house lost power, so I did not catch the last hour of Raw. I know it was headlined by the finals of the women's tag tournament, and most everyone agreed that the winners were likely going to be Io Sky and Dakota. But to our surprise,
we were all wrong.
Surprise. Aaliyah, Raquel won. And not only that, I know a lot of people believed maybe Sasha and Naomi would come out at the end, kind of do a little face-off sort of thing.
They're not coming out in Pittsburgh.
Oh, I know.
They're not coming out in Pittsburgh.
I'm upset about this crowd.
A B or C town, and B and C or B and C. Yeah, B and C. Yeah, too.
I mean, come on. They misspelled Kurt's name.
Oh, that dummy. Dummy.
I mean, I felt bad for her, but it's like,
no.
I I didn't watch Raw, so this is the Joe show now.
Oh, wow.
wow.
Okay.
There was a lot of like negativity involving Raw on like social media, saying like, oh, this is Triple H's first swing and a miss.
Yeah,
I
that's what I
disagree.
was seeing.
I know they're like, I guess the honeymoon's over. It's like
Shut
Tommy
up.
Dreamer predicted, and it's like there was nothing wrong with Raw. I didn't mind the ending of the women's tag match. I didn't expect who was going to win, but don't we want to not be so predictable when we're watching these things?
Let's be surprised. Please.
Yeah, and it was a cheap victory too, because basically it was a blind tag, sneak in, roll up, done.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
And what
it keeps everyone strong.
And what I've read too was Dakota wasn't the legal person who got pinned. So that was going around that once the pin happens, you even see Dakota mouth it like, I'm not legal. So maybe that comes up on Monday.
I didn't notice that because I was looking at the clock and it said 10:59. I'm like, this is it.
We got to
wrap
nothing
this else
up
happening here. They're not going to go like, we're going overtime. Sorry, you're missing 7 minutes of silk stockings. Those days are over. So I was watching it, and it was just like, let them have their moment. Why is I hated the fact that everyone complained there was no Sasha or Naomi. Yeah. Let's not forget they did walk out. It's going to take some time. That's one. And number two, why are we taking their moment away? So because you're waiting for someone better to come out. With that, my opinion, you're devaluing the women's tag team championships right away when you're waiting for someone better to come out.
The internet fucking sucks. I've come to that conclusion this week. And also a lot of reporters on Twitter, they suck too. They're just so defensive and aggressive. And I mean, look, the idiots that think their opinion matters, they don't help the cause. No, I'm not.
And don't forget to follow us at that
WrestleTime. we hate you, but we love you at the same time. Yeah, I mean, Joe, I guess since you did watch it,
right?
Was the wrestling good? Because I felt like, again, I was only following it along online. I didn't know if people were upset because that match with Aaliyah and Bayley the previous week, where it was like, oh, Aaliyah.
The thing is, it was mostly Raquel.
Okay,
Aaliyah's the one who came in with the roll up, like the blind tag.
Yeah,
they were protecting her throughout that match, but it told the story because the story of their tag team is she's the weak link.
Yes, yeah,
but
Raquel's
she doesn't
the beast.
Yeah, but she's basically still going along with it and just riding the success. It's like, we're still winning, so I don't care what I am. She's now the bougie.
Sure.
Bougie and the beast.
Bougie and the beast. Yeah.
So it's like
they're now giving her a personality. They're giving her a character. Before she was just I beat Natty in 3 seconds, Guinness record, and then nothing.
Yeah.
So I again build up the women's division. You got 3 hours. Like, build up the women's division on Raw. You need to fill those 3 hours. And thankfully, we still have not seen any 24/7 matches. So that is, I'm knock on wood. I'm hoping that's over with. There was also, Brian, I think you missed The Miz driving away.
Yeah, that's another one I just
Loomis
saw.
Was in the back of the car.
Yeah,
obviously it was like Warrior being in the Hulk Hogan's mirror. It's like they had special lights so you could see him in the back of the car.
Nice,
stupid entertainment, but it's like, again, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's an interesting one because they're playing the Miz is being paranoid now, and he won't talk.
But he was attacked by zombies.
Yeah,
in the Thunderdome.
He should have
got over this.
That's true. You have a good memory when you put that up there,
right? And if everyone knows my history, I've been dogging Raw for years. I'm still enjoying
raw dogging for years.
I'm raw dogging for years, yes. But I enjoyed this past week. Was it a perfect show? No, but it was definitely still way better than the Jason still laughing at the.
I can't help it.
That's his
all
humor.
the time we have. Yeah.
That's all
Raw.
Yeah, it was still better than the stuff we've seen in the past 5 years. So everyone who's online, who's basically, please still follow us. We do love those comments, but you got to get over it.
It's Probably a little much from what I gathered, but
yeah,
we'll see how it plays out.
It didn't turn out the way you wanted it.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
And I think fans are a little, I don't know if it's like a PTS, because that was kind of a staple of the Vince era of like, the fans want this and we're not going to give it to you, like they draw things out. But
Jason,
I'm curious about that. I wasn't legal. I'll see if that plays into the next episode.
Your prediction may come true this weekend that you've been saying for like a year. The slow build of a heel turn on his father. Dominic, because
I did see that.
Because they announced Edge and Mysterio versus Judgment Day,
but
and it's like talking to Dominic backstage, it's like, sorry, I didn't pick you, son. And it's like, he was like, oh, of course, I understand, but it's like, no, I don't.
But I only wanted it if he was leading the new LWO with the Gato Fantasma guys, which
could
happen, but I think if I think that if that faction comes to the main roster, which, they're probably still driving there.
That's right. They got in the car. Yep.
It'll be Escobar leading the crew, not Dominic Mysterio, which, whatever.
That Dom and Rhea, like, stare down kendo stick mind games that she was playing.
I should have hit her.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Should have hit her.
She's finally interesting though.
Oh,
on the main roster.
I love
it. On the main roster.
Oh,
no, she's not.
I love it.
Nope.
She's just a beast, man. She's just bigger than ever, too.
She's just in a goth phase. That's all.
I love it. Yeah, it is a goth phase.
She's reminding me of Chyna when it was starting DX.
Yeah.
Like, do you hit her?
Mm-hmm.
You can, but it will be frowned upon.
Still a woman, yeah.
Exactly. Even though she's the instigator.
And bigger than Dom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And bigger than Dom.
Yeah. All right.
Treating.
Go ahead, buddy. Yeah. Oh, did you freeze?
No. Just
okay.
Kidding.
Oh, you got me again. Damn. Guys, he said before the show that his Wi-Fi was spotty. So I thought
that's true. I did.
But I got.
Yeah, you got you again.
The other part I did see though that I took away was this okay, I could say it. Matt Riddle, he's got his first name back. Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins, they have this parking lot confrontation before the show that was like kind of handheld phone shot from like a parking garage nearby where it was.
Fan video.
Yes, fan video. Yeah, you didn't see any like camera crew around. And so that leads to like the backstage split screen promo that Corey was hosting, ending with Matt saying the line of how Becky was really the man of the family. And then you could tell Seth's demeanor changed right then and there. And then when they played that footage that comes after the break of when they were quote unquote off air and Seth brings up Riddle's divorce, Riddle drops an F-bomb. I haven't seen anything like that in a long time, guys. What did you think of all that?
Sunny days are here again. That's what I thought about that. It reminded me of that Sunny Days comments. They were separated. They weren't in the ring together, but you knew that Brett was seething in the ring. I mean, this time they obviously knew ahead of time what was going to happen, but
I don't know.
I think they're trying to play off that real, like, this is real. This is real. This is real. They really don't like each other. And
it's questionable.
Yeah. I took it. Yeah. I took it as Sunny Days 2.0.
Jay, you didn't see any of Raw, but did you catch any of this at all? Or
no? I saw it. Okay. I saw that clips. I laugh at people online. They're like, "Oh, wait, there was no referees there to break up or film crew to break up the fight, so it was real." It wasn't real, dummy.
Yeah,
it was part of the show. And speaking of dummies, Kevin's here.
Yay! Hey! Look at that. Who won the game, Kev? Who won?
We left at the end.
Who's winning?
Michigan Whitecaps, Philly
the Savannah Bananas.
Tigers. We're speaking of the Bananas, they're making an ESPNU doco or not.
The Chicago Dogs are a minor league team here. Get it?
The Tin Caps are getting absolutely destroyed.
Is anybody good on that team that like rehab assignments or,
No, the only rehab is probably from drugs.
Good luck
like
in that.
18 and 19 years old, Kevin?
Quite possibly.
In Class A?
Whatever.
You guys just do what are you wearing?
Cheers, brother.
But as far as the
we're wrapping up. Just enjoy wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason was there. He had the sign in the front row.
That's what I was gonna say. I took a photo of that yesterday, and I was like, and I'm like going through. I'm like, oh, I didn't send it to the guy.
A listener was there in the front row. How cool was that?
But as far as the after the live shot, that's the one where it's like maybe it was real.
Wasn't it reminiscent of the John Jones Cormier clip?
Well, I think that was the inspiration for it.
I love that. I love that. Did you see that, Kevin, too? Like, if you remember that back in the day when Jones at Cormier, and they had the recorded footage of them, doing a split screen interview, and he's just like, I'm going to fuck you up, man. Like, I seriously going to fuck you up. You remember that?
I do.
Those guys were like about to go down. And that's exactly what popped in my head when I saw that.
So I came in, you guys are talking about Riddle, Seth, outside.
Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
Matt
Riddle.
Yes.
He's got a name.
So you're on the fence, Jay, if it was real or not?
Oh, no. Well, the parking lot was fake, obviously.
Because there were referees out there, too.
That's my only gripe with it being outside. If there was no refs and only like people in say suits, a little bit.
No, there weren't any referees. It was.
Yeah, there were. Rewatch it. There were two referees out there.
There was two refs.
No, yeah, I don't know. That obviously part of the show. Your wife left you, and that could go either way. But that's the best part about it. We don't know.
The other part on Raw, I kind of shared this with you guys. Because the day before, you guys know I was excited for Steelers Lions preseason action, right? And I texted, who's watching the game? I'm smoking a pork butt. I'm excited. All you guys were like, nah, I'm good. I'm not watching, blah, blah, blah. And then what happened?
And I'm not wearing a Steelers shirt for that game. Sorry.
Would you wear my Steelers socks? Because it was preseason and the Steelers won.
Why would I wear your used socks?
Well,
you wore in his used shirt.
For 17 years.
Put socks underneath the Steelers socks. It's double up. And anyway, if you didn't see, because they got introduced, they were sitting behind in the front row. If you guys didn't see that, I don't know if you guys saw, they ended up doing a little bit of a shout out to us. And specifically, I think because of our little text group. Take a look right here, guys.
The Detroit Lions in preseason action, and they are, of course, here tonight.
Yeah, shout out to that WrestlePod. Hey, Joe, you suck. Lions suck. You should wear Brian Steeler socks. Oh, and summer vacation is over.
Thanks for watching That Wrestling Podcast on YouTube.
Look at that. So, I know you guys didn't see all that, but I thought that was a highlight. I'm glad they took the importance of that preseason game as seriously as I did. So
here comes a copyright strike. Brian, God, I hate when you do these fucking videos.
Damn you, Najee Harris.
Love it. All right, we got to keep moving because we got 50 matches to predict before the end of the show. So Wednesday on Dynamite. All right, so we finally get our title match for All Out. All right, it is Mox and Punk. It's a rematch, and Mox comes out. He comes out with the open contract. He leaves the ring. Punk's friend Ace Steel grabs it, brings it back, and then Punk comes out later in the show. He's acting like a sad panda, wondering if he can still go.
Red Panda.
Red Panda, yeah, maybe a red panda if you're into the Disney Plus like my girls are.
Yeah,
Ace Steel, he's Mick in Rocky 3, telling Punk, he can do it. He makes him sign the contract. Punk's fired up. He's all in the Chicago crowd. No one can kill him. No one can kill Chicago. And I think the reaction to this online was mixed. I think on one hand, I saw a lot of love for the Ace Steel promo. And a lot of people thought, this was really rushed because he was sad for 5 minutes and now he's ready to go for Sunday. Guys, are you more excited for this match after all that has transpired these past 2 weeks? Or would you prefer them just sticking with that original plan of just unification match at All Out?
Not happy.
Kev, let Kev start since he's...
I'll say this. without really knowing much about Mr. Steele, right? I did like the accidental F-bomb that he threw in there.
Oh, he
I
did.
didn't think it was needed. I thought that was stupid.
Well, I think he was pumped up. I think
Doesn't matter. Be professional. You're proving that you're unprofessional doing that.
Well, I fucking liked it. I thought Punk has the ability to he truly. I know he's been in. He like directed that one movie and he starred in it, right? Like he has the ability to be a very bad actor, just for the fact where he truly looks like he wants to cry all the time. I don't know if someone in the backstage, like AJ, called and said, "Hey, we're getting a divorce." Brings out like sad eyes. Hey, your dog just died. It all like he just looks legitimately
not Larry,
right? But then
Larry.
like flip of a switch, like he got energetic. It was just kind of weird, but
it's the meth.
I was still pumped when he was running through the crowd. I thought it was kind of fun. I thought the worst part about that entire night with Mox going in the beginning, Punk coming in the middle, then Mox coming back out. I think like they definitely cut him out early, right? And it just felt rushed. It felt really weird because like you could tell he got pissed. And then he just flicked the microphone.
Oh,
like,
I did see that.
Looked like he threw about like maybe like 50 feet. We knew it was the inevitable. That's the thing. Like we were surprised when he lost to Mox, but I don't know. I don't know what I was really hoping for last night. It was a really weird build, like for two very tenured veterans. I don't know. It was very weird.
Go ahead.
Jerry. I really wish I would have found my CM Punk sucks shirt. Really, I want him to lose in the worst possible ways.
He did that last week.
I know, and I know this is Tony playing with his action figures, and his favorite has to win in Chicago. And fuck, man, like when I watched it and I saw what it was going to be, I'm like, well, this is dumb. This is just dumb. And I feel like, he hurt his foot. All of a sudden, a slap in the face from your buddy, gets you ready to go again.
Boy, that foot seemed fine on Wednesday too. He's running in the crowd up the stairs.
and
the bones were pulverized. Whatever
better.
The heck that means.
A week later, they're good.
And this is why I hate some wrestling fans. I don't know if you saw it. It's everywhere. The idiots that took their infant.
Oh, yeah. Who brings a baby to
holding it like Simba in the fucking Lion King, man? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Stupid.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Joe?
I'm not excited.
We're not asking what the fuck is wrong with you, Joe.
Plenty.
Okay.
Plenty.
But we're running out of time and just enjoy wrestling.
Right.
I don't care about the issue is I don't care about this match. I would have cared about it if they didn't do the debacle from last week.
Yep.
But now I don't care about it because if Punk wins and gets his hometown thing and blah 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 whatever, then what was the point of him? Like, do we have to have a comeback from him? Do we have to have the underdog story? Do we have to have him have his redemption? Because I don't care about CM Punk's redemption. That was last year. He came back. He was energized. He got everyone interested again. He got people talking. Brian a year ago said, if they get CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, then they're going to turn this around and double and everything. They haven't done it. They haven't moved the needle at all in the past year. They're still stagnant as is. It's still entertaining, but I don't care about this match, and it's sad.
And as we learned today, we know why CM Punk's back, because he gets numbers, whereas the AEW Women's Champion does not. And that's courtesy of the owner, Tony Khan.
You know who gets numbers? A guy who hasn't been on TV since the Great Western Forum in June.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I get it. I get that because we say how fans don't care about the ratings, but Tony Khan should. He's the owner, right? So
no, fans shouldn't care about the ratings,
right.
But the dumbasses do.
But my point is Tony Khan should care because it's his company, right?
No, he should care about the revenue.
Well, ratings is revenue.
Ratings is there to like help sell it, but if like you already have like a fan base and like a thriving product, you'll get the sponsors. It's when you do stupid stuff on air, like dropping unprofessional F-bombs, is when the sponsors go, we don't want to touch this. When you carve someone up with a pizza cutter during a Domino's commercial break, we don't want to touch this. You lose sponsors. It's not about ratings anymore. It's about the revenue.
Friend of the show.
Based on the product.
Yeah, well, I think you're right. I mean, that's longer term implications, right? I think
YouTube
somebody put on
was the lowest.
Yeah, somebody put on Twitter like, was last week's Dynamite, the Punk Moxley, was that the AEW version of the finger poke of doom? All right, I'm not ready to go there just yet.
I want to go that far.
I wanted to see how it played out. I thought the open contract I thought was like, okay, if you have to do it, that's what you couldn't just reward him a rematch. I would have lost my fucking mind. So I get it. It makes the rest of your roster look like fucking idiots.
Because why didn't they run?
No one else
and try to grab that contract?
I think that would have been
Wardlow when he said, "I want to go after the real champion, not the interim one."
Yeah, that would have created some buzz. I think
you could have kicked Wardlow out of that 6-man tag and put in Lance Archer or anyone else instead, and it would have been fine.
Or
but Wardlow's being
W. Morrissey, who just showed up, a big guy on the scene, right? Kevin, I think I cut you off. You were going to throw.
No, I was going to say, we just keep talking, like Mox winning in 2 minutes. The graphic when CM Punk came out, by the way, losing the title in record time, I thought was pretty funny when they put those little snippets. I did also read over the last couple of days, I guess. We were the inevitable of Mox versus CM Punk, but apparently Mox wanted to get a W over CM Punk, just didn't want to lose to him. So, and that kind of makes sense too, because if say they would have met it all out, CM Punk would have beat Mox, makes Mox look weak. But at least if he loses now, they at least have one win each type situation.
Yeah, you can run it back for a third. Okay.
Or the MJF interference causes a disqualification or a no contest to set up a 3-way for Dynamite next week.
The Arthur Ashe show.
Oh, yeah.
That's coming up in September later this month.
Wouldn't it make him look weak if he lost to a guy he beat in 2 minutes?
Arguably, I mean, that's why we're going to watch, right? We're going to see how they play it out.
Are you going to watch?
Yes. Yeah, Joe is getting it, and I will be.
Brian will be all outside.
Ohio edition, nice.
Yeah, Ohio edition. Yeah, we're taking the show on the road. So.
All right.
Yes. So yeah, we're all good. We'll be watching, and I just looking at this card, and we'll get to it in a minute. Joe,
let's just get to it now.
Luckily, I don't have to go to school until Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, my God, I don't know if I'm going to drink, Joe. This is so long of a card.
Would you like some coffee?
Maybe. I don't drink coffee, but I might.
Red Bull?
Throw me the Cokes or something. I don't know.
Sure. You have Coke?
Yes.
Wow.
Coca-Cola.
No, it's more like this.
Coca-Cola classic. Some in my throat. All right. So yeah, I was going to go chronological order of the weekend, but because we talk in AEW, let's
do AEW.
Let's just go right into it.
Casino ladder match. Anybody? There's a Joker card. There's all kinds of guys. Anybody care?
Andrade needs it. Andrade needs it. Yeah,
he needs it bad. I think Wheeler Yuta would be pretty good. Okay. And I know they've been teasing it a lot in his matches. He's been someone who's very, very impressive since he's been in the Blackpool, Combat Club. They're giving him more of a highlight. But Andrade, I agree with you, Jay.
Like that
needs it. Wheeler doesn't need it. Yeah. Andrade needs it.
Joe, did you get a pick or
Andrade's fine? I'm not that interested.
All good. Trios finals. It's Kenny and the Bucks, presumably. Well, but we've got the Rampage finals, Dark Order with Hangman now, so they got him in there, or the Best Friends. I'm presuming Dark Order is going to win, so you get that fun dynamic. We got a shout out, Will Ospreay. God, that guy's incredible. He's incredible. So good. He's just so athletic. Everything he does was with purpose. I am captivated by that guy.
But how much merchandise has he sold?
Oh,
yeah. Big sexy with the dig. Who
do you got, Brian?
I think I would still go with Kenny and the Bucks.
Same here. Kenny and the Bucks
over Hangman. Yeah. Jay, Kev, feel the same?
I would love to see Hangman pin Kenny somehow, but I think Kenny and the Bucks.
Fun. Okay. We got custody of Daniel Garcia, Bryan Danielson, Chris Jericho. That's this should be fun. I think this has been a fun story about where's Daniel Garcia's loyalties lie. This is the first time I've really gotten into him. I will still go with Jericho on this one.
I'm also going to say Jericho. Garcia was never going to turn face. It was all a schmoz. It was all a setup.
The only way I'd want Jericho to lose if they disband the Jericho Appreciation Society, because I just think it's a dud. I'll go with D. I'll go with
Brian D.
Yeah, Brian D.
I just don't. I don't really care.
This hasn't been there.
This hasn't been the storyline that I have been into. I think Daniel Garcia is boring. No personality. He's good in the ring, but
yeah.
Who did you guys say?
I said Jericho.
I said Jericho.
Okay.
I'll say the opposite. He turns a good guy with Bryan Danielson.
All right. Happily ever after. Interim women's title. Toni Storm, Shida, Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter. Four-way dance.
Doesn't matter. No one's going to watch it anyway, according to the owner. So pass.
Wow. All right. I think we'll pass on that
dud.
one.
Four-way dud. Britt Baker.
I think Toni Storm wins.
Tony's bringing back Glow. Glow season 3, sponsored by Tony Khan.
So we got a trios match. We got another one. We got Sting. We've got Miro. We got Darby Allin. We got the House of Black. I'll go with the good guys here. I don't know what's up with House of Black. Malachi has been kind of out for a while, it seems like.
Asking for his release.
Yeah,
that's a rumor. We'll see, who knows. Brody King's had some nice kind of, highlights.
Brody's the fucking
done
man.
good against Darby.
Man.
Haven't seen Buddy much at all.
A guy that big also asked for his release, Buddy Matthews.
Yeah.
Allegedly. I'll go House of Black.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the good guys because it's like they've done nothing with the House of Black. They've done nothing with Miro. They've done nothing with everyone.
And those good guys haven't been together. So that's why they should lose.
It's a weird one. It's a weird one. That's true.
Miro's the redeemer, but what's he redeeming? Because he's on he's on once a month.
I'd like to see Miro get frustrated, leave, and then Brody King just destroy Sting. Put Darby out, make Brody look even more of a monster.
And then we got
one scary looking dude. Man.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
And then we've got another trios match. My goodness, there's trio.
Right, what are the rules? What are the rules? By the way,
the rule is if you are on the outside and you're not legal, you can come in the ring and the referee will go like this.
What's up?
He doesn't get physical with them. There's no urgency to get him out of the ring. I don't get it. I don't understand. Again, they make for fun, just smajolas of matches, but somebody needs to tell me the rules because I don't see referees enforcing anything. And if that's how it's supposed to be, okay, now I know, but no one's told me. But in any event, it's Wardlow, it's the FTR, it's Jay Lethal, and the Motor City Machine Guns. Jay, I know at least you're excited for this match.
So
in
excited.
Rings. Yeah,
I'm very excited for this one, just to see FTR live. Kevin, you were not here. I did buy an FTR meet and greet for the Fan Fest. I'm excited for that. I'm going with those guys because 2 of the other 3 opponents don't even work for AEW, so no reason for them to win.
Let me ask you this, Jay. You know merch more than anyone. Rock Chalk, do they have like a specific like?
You mean Chalk Line
with W or Chalk Line? What did I say? Rock
Chalk.
Rock Chalk.
Kansas.
Shout out to Danny Manning.
Yeah, Chalk Line. Do they
Andrew Wiggins
have a commitment with like the WWE, or can they do anything?
I mean, they have marketing deals with, but they have WWE, and I don't think. I mean, look, there's a reason why there are no AEW Funko Pops, but there's a million WWE ones.
Yeah,
probably the same deal with Chalkline.
I feel like FTR would be an amazing one that I think you would buy.
Well,
I mean, look, the Pro Wrestling Tee stuff that they have is outstanding. They did the 2-week limited drop of the jackets like FTR have. I did not buy that one. But, I've been buying the T-shirts when they, the 6-star, the 7-star, the living legends. So, and I'm sure if there's something that I see this weekend, again, we weren't here. There's going to be an over-under game next week of how much merch I buy.
Yes.
Because I have Friday night merch stand, Saturday at the Fan Fest, and Sunday at the pay-per-view. So, yeah.
We're going to do an over-under next week. A lot on the line.
Don't say it now, Kevin.
Nope.
Just wait till
90.
Yeah,
no, don't say it now, Kevin.
So I'm really excited for this.
No, that's good. Yeah.
The 6-man is going to be great. And even Lethal and the Guns, man. I just saw them at the Ric Flair's last match, and they're so awesome. And I watch Impact, and the Guns are great. It'll be a fun one.
Mm-hmm. Joe, Kev, any
Same.
additional
Wardlow and FTR.
Yeah, love it. Christian versus Jungle Boy, and by the way, Jim Ross has to take a special interest in this match because as we saw, you're facing Jack Perry, and JR the whole time was like, "See, I've been calling him that. That's Jungle Jack Perry."
Ah, fuck.
So I think we got to go Jungle
Another
Boy,
name
though, right?
change in wrestling. This time it's an AEW.
Yeah. Well, give it to Jungle Boy. That's what Christian's there to do, is put over the young talent.
Yeah. That's an easy pick.
Yeah.
All right, so we got I don't want to say the name, so I'll say Keith Lee and Swerve Scott. I caught myself. Versus the Acclaimed. I think that's a fun match. I don't see Lee and Swerve losing it. Maybe the whole Billy Gunn, the ass boys get involved or something and mess up with the Acclaimed.
Yeah. Swerve and Lee retain.
Love it. All right.
Against the third-ranked tag team, not the first ranked, not the second ranked. They're facing number 3.
The Swerve Lee.
Everyone's busy. Everyone's got something.
Everyone's busy. Nobody wants to go after championships.
No.
They just want to have their own trios matches.
Exactly. We got Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. I do enjoy this because I've really taken to Ricky Starks the last couple of months. I see the talent in that guy, and Hobbs is really good too. So that's a toss up. I'll go with Hobbs though. We gotta get some heels to win on this card, I think.
Sure,
I agree.
The easiest predictions that we've ever done in a year and a half of this show.
Let's keep it going. Jade Cargill and Athena.
Don't care.
Jade.
Next.
Oh, dud.
No ratings. Don't care.
Jade's gonna win.
Tony Khan's not even watching this match.
So I feel like that joke's gonna get a lot of mileage.
He is gonna be watching CM Punk's
his warm up.
His press conference before the event at the Fan Fest. He'll be watching that again, going like, "This guy's great."
Mm-hmm. So we're to it, guys.
Can I comb your hair, Phil?
Can I put that just for men in your beard, Phil?
Yeah. Oh damn,
Kevin.
So we're to it though, guys. It is Punk and Mox. I mean, does anybody have are we thinking MJF shows up to mess it up, or we think it's just Punk redemption?
I think that it could big.
I don't know.
Because last year we had Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson debut.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to do something big.
And I don't even know. I mean, look, the only person left is Bray Wyatt that could make a splash, really. I mean, there's no one left.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman signed with WWE. He's going to be on Raw on Monday. There's no one left.
Yeah. So who's walking out of the title though? Is it we sure thinking it's got to be Punk now, right?
Probably, but
yeah.
I mean, I hope not.
No heel turn from either one.
I think Punk goes heel. I think this is the the beginning. Wednesday night was the beginning.
Okay.
But how would we know if he's heel in Chicago?
Well, he'll get cheered, but Mox mentioned like you've never seen hardcore like me. So if Punk beats him and then he just makes him bloody as hell and leaves Mox laying there bloody and then comes out and rips the crowd in Dynamite. I don't know. I could see something like that. I thought I heard a dog barking. I was like, Jay, did you bring your dog with you? Oh, Brian is dog.
He barked last week on the show.
But yeah, it's got to be Punk, man. It has to be.
I hope it's not.
I'm picking Moxley.
If it's not, that would be
Moxley. I'm sticking with it. Moxley wins because that's who I want to win.
I want to see what did Chicago? What's Chicago's the second city? Because when it burned down the first time, maybe Punk loses, it burns down again.
Hey,
and we get all that.
The tears will take out the fire.
I hope Mox wins just because I'm there. Like, it'll be cool to see his Punk's entrance in Chicago. To see him lose, that's like can't wait.
Good. That's why we watch. That's why you'll be there, Jay. So we'll see what happens Sunday night. There's 11 matches I just ran down. That's not even counting the Eddie Kingston pre-show match.
That's going to be a great one. Like,
I mean,
I'm going to be there. I'm going to go in early just for that.
Sure. So
you didn't talk about Pac and Kip Sabian.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah,
Kip Sabian looks like the motherfucker from Kick-Ass 2.
Oh,
You'll see it now.
What you were talking about. Yeah.
So you compare 11 matches, counting those additional pre-show matches.
13.
13. So Clash at the Castle. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have that right? So I'm going to be interested in the runtime.
But at least this All Out, there's no Paul White versus QT Marshall match. So we got that going for us.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of predetermined.
There's still time.
That's true. Stay tuned to Rampage.
Rampage
later
is
tonight. Yeah,
could be
a battle royal.
Well, they've got all kinds of things to plan still.
They have 170 people to do it. So
we'll wrap up with Clash at the Castle, but we do have NXT Worlds Collide, which is really cool. And I mean, if you want to be the super ultra wrestling nerd of the century, you watch that and you go right into All Out because that's how the time's laid out. I'm not going to go over the card, guys, because I sent it in the rundown. But when you saw NXT this week, or you see the card, if there's anything that stands out to you,
it's going to be fun. Look, a lot of those UK men and women, I don't know them, but from what I've seen of them on the last couple weeks, I think the obvious is Brooks and Dunn lose the NXT UK titles. And then, because they've had their run. Braun Breaker most likely will win. But if Tyler Bate wins, I think Braun gets called up pretty quick. Mm-hmm. And as far as the women go, it's a weird situation. Mandy Rose against the UK champ, against the number one contender for the UK champ, who just kind of like wiggled her way into this match, which makes no sense. And then from NXT this past week, it was cool that all the former champs from all the brands came back.
A nice touch
to say, hey, don't fuck this up.
Yeah.
Because I'm a million times better than you and blah, blah, blah. So, but yeah, overall, I think it's going to be a fun card. I just, it is what it is.
Yep, it is. I'm definitely. I hope to catch. We'll see. Carmelo Hayes and Ricochet. That could be the one that I could put up next to the Aussie Open United Empire and the Bucks and Kenny as far as just madness. I can
Brian,
see it being that level. Yeah.
Couldn't this become All Outside 2.0?
Yeah, I think it should be. Yes.
I mean, hey,
might as well. I'm loving it. Yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of wrestling, so we got to divide and conquer, I think. But all right, so we got that out of the way. So then Clash at the Castle. Well, we'll start with Edge and the Mysterios versus the Judgment Day. We touched on this a little bit earlier, guys, about Dom will be in the corner. I'm thinking Dom accidentally fucks it up for Edge and Rey.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the heel turn. I think he, I'm trying to help, and Rhea mind fucks him again, and something happens, and Judgment Day gets the win.
Judgment Day wins. Finn wins in the UK. I'm just glad that they finally put him on the card, because I think when we were on our way home from Nashville and he was on with Rosenberg, he said, like, we're going to be in the UK. Just put me on there doing something.
Yeah. It'll be big. I'm excited for this whole show just because of the crowd and where it is. This one, big meaty men slapping meat, right? Big E, Gunther and Sheamus, the IC championship.
I hope that's first, because I want to see that and then head over to the arena.
Yeah.
But if not, whatever, I'll watch it later. But I think Gunther retains. I think it makes sense, unless they have bigger plans for him, and then he loses and then he moves on.
Yeah.
I think Gunther retains and Sheamus turns completely red.
Nice.
Oh, he's gonna be Raw.
Yeah.
Like
he's
a lot of
as
slapping
red as the Raw logo.
Dog.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself.
Could we have a reemergence of Pete Dunne where he takes off the butch clothes and the UK fans go nuts for Pete Dunne,
and he has like the singlet on underneath.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would mark out for that. Even though
that would be cool, and I want them to chant "You still got it."
We'll see.
Or welcome back.
Yeah,
welcome back.
Welcome home.
Yeah, all that. Riddle and Seth Rollins. I mean, we talked about this one earlier. This is personal. I'm excited for this because of the, animosity that has been displayed. That I think this one could get pretty violent and be exciting for that reason. I'm gonna have to go with Seth though. I feel like he's been so good, but I feel like he's lost so much actual matches, right?
Right.
So he's due to win something. So I don't know what Riddle does to lose, but I'm picking
Randy Orton return? Question mark.
That would be nice, but I have to say
no. He's going to be the Joker at age.
Well, there you go.
Seth has to win. Riddle has to chase that victory after him. He can't win. This can't.
You can't win,
right? Well, he could, but he won't.
Yeah.
Nah, it's going to be Seth. It's got to be Seth. They got to build Seth back up because, Cody will return eventually.
Not till January at least.
Let's go with the 6 women tag: Bianca, Alexa, Asuka, and Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. I mean, this should be fun, but yeah, doesn't make a difference. I don't think who wins or loses, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be Bayley.
If Bayley lose, then you might as well just
okay. That's fair. That's fair. After they lost the tag match, yeah.
They have to win, or
that's fair
for nothing,
or they're a worthless faction.
Yeah, or the only thing I would want is maybe one of those other ladies. I don't know, maybe turning.
Like Asuka, and then forms a tag team with Dakota Kai. Will that finally happen?
Well, Io Sky and
Kai
couldn't.
No. We did this last week, guys. We did this last week.
No, Judgment Controlled has to 100% win.
Yeah, no, you're right. Liv Morgan, Shayna Baszler. You guys, take me out of this one. Go ahead. Tell me why. Tell me why.
She has talked herself out of being important as the champion.
Speaking of someone,
what else you got?
He is just like CM Punk, who looks like they can cry at any time.
Yes.
Well, she has literal tears tattooed on her face.
On her face.
She's been known to do that.
She might as well just get tattoos.
Yeah, Shayna Baszler bringing legitimacy to this. It's been Nikki ASH again.
Yeah, Shayna should get a tattoo because she should murder her at that.
Wow.
at the castle. But Unfortunately, Liv's going to win, but
I'd prefer
I
to
don't
see
want
Ronda
her
versus
to.
Shayna.
Yeah,
Well,
that'll be fun.
That is something that I think should be set up for a bigger event.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They can get.
Are you trying to say Extreme Rules isn't a big enough event? They go extreme, Kevin.
In a chairs match.
The one time a year.
That's right.
WWE goes extreme.
Come on, Liv. I'm pulling for you. All right.
You're the one.
Yep. Roman and Drew.
Ooh.
God. Okay. Okay. I'm torn. On one hand, Roman and the Usos, like, they're still as hot as ever. You know, the crowd loves them. It's working so well, so why mess it up? On the other hand, I think back to SummerSlam 30 years ago. British Bulldog came home and got his moment to send the crowd home happy. And boy, they've done a lot of video packages on Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Took a big ass whooping on SmackDown.
That back.
And
this is kind of like the AEW main event. You know, it's like
yes,
hometown. Yeah.
Look, I think that, you know, Roman and the Bloodline, they're baby faces. Whether or not they act like it, they are.
People love them. 100%.
So it makes sense to keep Roman the champ. But Drew was the pandemic champ and didn't work in front of anybody. So it's probably they owe him one. So, I mean, it could be both. It could be either or. I don't think Theory gets involved. I don't think Karrion Kross gets involved.
Yeah, that's another wild card. Yep.
You know,
I think the Usos get involved. No, are they allowed to travel?
That's a good question.
That's actually
because they couldn't go to Canada.
They went in Toronto.
Yeah. So can they get?
Is it officially for both belts?
Unless something changes on the.
Yeah, I mean, they've never said.
Yeah, they were saying
it's one title. It's one title. They have never said it was.
Yeah.
You know, it's one title.
I think that would be the giveaway too.
Yeah, they said, "Oh, wait, it's only for the blue one."
Yeah, I think that means okay, we're switching it. So, yeah, I think you can't.
That'll probably happen when the draft happens. I think.
Yeah,
they'll maybe retire one of them and then start fresh with, you know, whatever one they don't keep. So,
all right. So we got Jay with Roman. Did you make a pick, Joe?
I did not. I'm gonna do what I did with the last bet. I'm going with who I want to win. I'm picking Drew.
Okay. Kev?
Roman.
All right. And I'll go Drew. So we'll be 2-2, and half of us will look like geniuses and half will look like dummies. Watch Theory wins it and we all lose. So
we all lose. We all look like dummies.
Let's see how that happens. Wow, it's a lot of wrestling, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun. It's a cool, you know, it's end of the summer. Jay, you're going to have a great time at all.
Oh yeah.
Looking forward to all. I'm sure you're going to put up plenty of social.
Trying to. That'll be the plan. I don't want to get, you know, I don't want the YouTube police coming after us. I got to be a little smarter than last time. But just check at That WrestlePod, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok now. Also at That Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. And of course, you can comment. DMs are open on all of those. Of course, the Gmail is thatwrestlepod@gmail.com. And I don't want to do a social clip of the week, Brian.
Yeah,
so if you have that.
I've got one ready, but I
don't want to do it.
I think I'm tapping out.
Social media. We'll do that for social media. Yeah. I think I don't think any of us are feeling. I think we're kind of like, there's just so much.
Yeah, there's so much.
You know, I was at lunch today and I was like,
yeah.
I couldn't remember what we talked about last week.
Yeah.
Last week seems like 6 months ago. That's how long this week has been. And with the amount of stuff that has been happening, fuck, man.
If it means anything, I don't remember anything except for the viral clip of Macho Man holding the cordless phone.
I forgot all about that.
Poor
snake.
Say it. 12 days later, the snake died.
Well, yeah.
See, I wore this shirt specifically for the viral clip.
It wasn't Macho Man.
Brian, let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
No, I'm with Jay. We're tapping out. I feel like I've had a 5-course meal.
You're just saying this because Penn State's on. Get the fuck out of here. This is the Boston Celtics in the final.
That may be true. No, I've got to get ready.
This is a Steeler preseason football game.
That's right. I gotta go. Hey, if you don't, of all weekends, this is the weekend to say it the most, right? Enjoy wrestling. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for listening. Follow That WrestlePod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
1, 2, 3, that's it!
Thanks for watching That Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And for more That Wrestling Podcast content, follow @ThatWrestlePod on social media.